What is up, my Lorcana Goons? Welcome back to the Lorcana Goons channel. You're watching the weekly Monday Market Watch. We do these every Monday and Friday, and we talk about Lorcana news, meta trends, and card prices. My name is Kevin, my Lorcana Goons. I hope you had an awesome weekend. Some fresh news today. If you guys weren't paying attention to the weekend, there was a DLC in Toronto that was set 4 format. A huge shout out to Diego Saz for getting first place, winning the Disney Lorcana Challenge in Toronto. Apparently, he's from that area too. He's a local, so shout out to you. And he's a Lorcana Goons supporter of the channel. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to be like the DLC champion from Toronto, Diego Saz. Big shout out, man. Huge congrats. It was a, like I said, set 4 format. No Bucky, it was post Bucky, so no set 5 cards. And he was playing Emerald, Amber. This list looking like a pretty awesome list that'll probably still be impactful in set 5. So we're going to take a look at how this has impacted the market along with some other stuff today. But yeah, first off, I do want to talk about Ariel, Spectacular Singer, which is one of the main engines for this Amber Emerald deck. This is an Amber Emerald song deck, basically. You want to be able to use your 1-drops in the early game to gain advantage, like Diablo to look at the opponent's hand and maybe shift that Diablo. And then Sir Hiss is a 2-drop that'll contest opposing Diablos. And then later on in the game, you start discarding the opponent's cards from their hand with Ursula's, Lucifer, you got Bare Necessity, Sudden Chill, and then you got Muses to combo off with all these songs that we're mentioning, right? So every time you use a song, you can bounce an opposing character. But the Wombo combo is to use Kita with Under the Sea, which is an insane combo because you can play Kita, sync together Under the Sea, and basically clear the opponent's board entirely. It's like a Regeki for my Yu-Gi-Oh players. And then we got Painting the Roses red in here too, which is a way to manipulate the strength even more. So you can pretty much clear almost an entire board with this deck, right? So a lot of songs in this deck, which is why Ariel, Spectacular Singer, is now a $7 non-foil. Check this out. Ronin TCG has them for $6.89. The low is verified right there. They got 3 of them for you. The daily grind right after $6.89 as well. But it's basically $7 now. They were sitting way cheaper earlier in the months. They were less than $5 for the longest time, and now they're $7. Awesome to see. Crazy what winning a DLC will do to some of these cards, right? Look at these cold foils too for the Ariel Spectacular Singer. These are $20 now. Plenty of sales to back this up. Even some selling for $25. 2 of them right there. Wow, pretty wild. But yeah, check that out. We have lowest verified today by Infinite Gaming NC for $20.16 for your cold foil Ariel Spectacular Singers, man. It's a card from the first chapter too, so I can see why it's that expensive. Cold foil Prince Johns are pretty expensive right now too. Check these out. They're $12.61 lowest verified with $2 shipping, so that's basically like $15 for a cold foil Prince John. We also have a $14.60 with shipping included by Medfly Emporium, Hammer Collectibles. Shout out you guys. And you definitely want Prince John in that Emerald Amber deck, or most Emerald decks, right? And Prince John, even the non-foil going up in price. These were less than $3, but today you're not going to be able to pay less than $3 anymore. Bandit's Hideout has the lowest verified for $3.50 with $1.27, so very close to $4 or $5. There are some non-verified sellers that has it for $2 with $2 shipping, but you're still going to pay about $4 to $5 for even your non-foil Prince Johns, right? We got the Muses. This cold foil is selling for $10 now. There's only 7 listings also, by the way, so who knows how long that's really gonna last for. But yeah, your foil Muses are now $10 at the very bottom. The highest listing is $20. So shout out Crazy Q Cards for having the Muses for $10. Those verified today. Bare Necessities. This cold foil also pretty important in the deck. Check these out. The cold foils were sitting at less than $5, and they just been jumping up this week. Lowest verified is now $5.69 for your cold foil Bare Necessities by Prophecy Gaming, shipping included. And we also have Adriana the Collector right here, a little bit cheaper, and some other non-verified sellers if you want to pay closer to like $4 or $5. But you're going to be paying a little bit more for your cold foil Amber Emerald cards. Even Under the Sea going up in price, dude. Check these out. And we mentioned Under the Sea in one of the market watches, like I want to say a week or 2 ago, if you guys remember. I mean, I did say, like, look out for this card. This card coming up in the next set is going to be very good. And cold foils were sitting at, like, less than $2. And today, you're going to have to pay $5 minimum for a cold foil Under the Sea. We have Crazy Q cards for $4.99 with $1.27 shipping. So that's a little bit more than $5. After that, we have some non-verified sellers who have it for $3, but they have a $5 shipping fee. So you're basically paying $8 anyway. So it's like an $8 cold foil after these first 2 verified sellers, because after that, they immediately start to hit more than $5. So I like $6 is $7 cold foil right here. The card's just been going up, man. You have forgotten me. This cold foil too from the first chapter going up in price because you play this in that color combination. Was Diego playing it? Yes, he was. He was playing 3 copies actually. of You Have Forgotten Me. So this cold foil not too expensive right now, and we have some non-verified sellers have it for $1 with 127, and then $1 with 150 shipping, so around $2 to $3. Lowest verified is Shades though for $3.15 with $1.27, so closer to $4 to $5 for your cold foil You Have Forgotten Me. It's an uncommon from the first chapter, and we all know how hard it is to pull cold foils, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be a hard card to come across if you're trying to build your foil amber decks. You know what I mean? Even Diablos are starting to pick back up in price this weekend after the win from Diego Sasa. They were less than $30 just a little bit, and now you can find them for a little bit more than $30. The Daily Grind TCG has them for $31.20, and they stick around that $31, $32 price for a cool minute. But there are still some non-verified sellers that have it for $29.50 with a little bit less shipping, but they're probably going to not ever hit less than $30. And now that Amber Emerald made its huge impact, huge waves at the DLC, I think it might even just kind of see more popularity. Cold foil Diablos do strike me as pretty cheap, though, in my opinion. They're $36.99 shipping included. It's only about $6 actually more than the non-foil, right? Because you're gonna be paying more than 31, closer to 32 anyway. So for a couple bucks more, you can just get the cold foil Diablos. Look how much they've come down. They were at like more than $40 for the longest time, and they're at like a new low with at like 35-ish, $36. So that's not bad at all. Some other cool cold foils. Tippo's seeing a lot of play in a lot of Ruby Sapphire lists from the video that we did this weekend. Check out our recent video covering 15 decks from the big tournaments that happened this weekend, set 5 decks, and you'll see Tippo in a lot of the Sapphire decks. So yeah, cold foil Tippo is just shooting up in price. Check this out. They were around $2 to $3 in the beginning of the format in early August, and as of today, lowest verified is now $7 with $2 shipping. That's about like $9 where you're gonna have to pay for a Tippo. We have VCB games for non-verified lowest listing $6.70 with $1 shipping, so just a little bit less. Pokeball collectibles and Fair Trade TCG, they all got them for around $9 for your Tippo Growing Sun. That's going to be for your Sapphire decks. For your Emerald decks, you might want to look into Clarabelle still because they just keep going up. Check this out. Lowest verified is now Mindset Gaming. That's $31.31 with $1 shipping. They have 3 of them. But after that, Hilltop TCG is $35 lowest verified. So we have plenty of sales kind of backing this up too. Clarabelles were selling for $30, even a little bit less over the weekend on the last couple days or so. And it's just looking like you're going to be seeing them go up and up and up. All the sales are now around $32.29, $36.11. $35. Yeah, so $32 looks like a steal from this Mindset game. They got 3 of them right there, because after that, yeah, you're gonna be paying more than 35 and maybe even 40 potentially for these Clarabelles. That's pretty cool, man. I'm telling you, I really like the card. I think the card has a lot of potential. I think it just takes a certain deck or a certain player to crack it, and I really like it in my blue green deck. I think in my blue green deck, it's pretty nice. I've also been seeing Earl Meister do really well using this in Emerald Amethyst. So shout out Earl Meister. Go check out his Twitch streams. I believe he streams like most weekday mornings, but he's doing really good with the Clarabelle green-purple deck. Cold foil Clarabelles are sitting at $45. Lowest verified is going to be Alpha Strikes Games, $41.91 with $5 shipping, so closer to $47 actually. Tux Trading, $47 shipping included for your cold foil Clarabelles. Almost $50. That's pretty nice. Some other cool cards that have been still trending upward. Bell, Strange but Special from the first chapter. These are no longer less than $20. We said this last week, and they keep climbing. They might hit $25 soon. The Bamboo Lounge, $22.99, and after that, they kind of stick around that price. But look at the bottom, $24.48 Overdose Gaming. So I wouldn't be surprised if these hit $25 pretty soon again. Cold foils are still just expensive. They're always going to be expensive. No, they're going to be $52.29. Lowest verified by Epic Card Games. It's a cold foil princess from the first chapter, so you're going to have to pay a lot for those. Lowest verified for Sisu Empowered Sibling is now more than $15. $15.46 by PC Games. Then Nyx Cards has them for $16.45. So getting close to that $17 mark. You can see from this chart they've been going up just a little bit past that $15 mark. I want to say they might even hit $20 very soon. I feel like a lot of people are not only playing this in Ruby Amethyst, but I see a lot of Ruby Sapphire lists that are playing 4 of these in their Ruby Sapphire, especially after going off of some of the DLC lists or some of the lists from the side events that we covered or the tournaments that happened over this weekend. I'm telling you, go watch that video so you can kind of catch up on the meta. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of the Sisu Empowered Sibling this format for sure. Cold foils aren't usually that expensive for this card because it does have an enchanted as well. So the enchanted are usually the ones that are really expensive. The cold foils, look at that, you can find them for around $20, and the non-foils are around $16, $17. We got Wilder Gaming, $20.75 with $1 shipping. Ketas are definitely going up. These were like $8, $9, and out of nowhere, well, not out of nowhere, as soon is Diego Sauce 1, boom. Now they're selling for $11, closer to, right? The Daily Grind TCG 1048, lowest verified. They have 3 of them for you. If we scroll all the way to the bottom, though, they're going to be, yeah, same thing, $9.69 with the dollar shipping. So around $11-ish, $10.50 for your Key to Protector of Atlantis. And it's a card that you need in that Emerald Amber deck. And I get the feeling people are going to be very excited to try that out. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kita, ends up being closer to $15-ish very soon. I do want to go over Yen Sids because I think there's potential in the Broom deck this format, as we were seeing on some of those deck lists from the weekend. $11 for your Yen Sids from the Luminar's Quest, actually. So $11.50 Poke Clutch cards, the lowest verified. A lot of them were selling for like closer to $10, actually. So seeing them at $11.50 again is pretty cool to see. I think it's a pretty good legendary. Don't sleep on Yen Sid. Don't sleep on Hades Infernal Schemer either. These are going up just a little bit. No longer $7-8. Now you got to pay $8.98 with a Daily Grind TCG, closer to $9. This is a $9 legendary. I feel like this card's gonna start making comebacks. I know I'm playing like 3 of them. I know people want to play these in Blurple as well. There's a blue-purple list that's going around that's really good from some 13-year-old that got first place at the Sunday side event, and he was playing Hades in that deck. So, if you're considering playing Blurple, you might want to consider playing Hades, and you might want to consider getting these right now while they're still really cheap. I feel like Whole New World's on its way back up to being like $15 because of how many people were playing Amber Steel at the DLC weekend. Daily Grind TCG, once again, shout out you guys, $12.33 shipping included. So around $12 for your Whole New Worlds right now. And if you want cold foil Whole New Worlds, they're almost $30. Check that out. A bunch of non-verified sellers have them for $25, basically $23.15 with $1, $22 with $1, $20 with $5 shipping. Lowest verified is $25 with $2 though. So around $27, almost $30. Wow, for these cold foil Whole New Worlds. These are going up. Tinkerbell, Giant Fairy, also been seeing a lot of sales movement this weekend. Ronin TCG has them for $11.74. They have 5 of them ready for you. Then Battletrix has them for $11.75, and they have 4 of them ready for you. A lot of people have this card, which is pretty interesting to see. Cold foils are going to be more than $20 for the near mint. We have $22.49 a Winter TCG. Check that out for your cold foil Tinkerbell Giant Fairies. A very popular card, very important in this aggro meta. More cards that are going up in price. Robin Hood non-foils just continue to amaze me. From $35 to $40 to $42 today. And Nyx Cards has some $42 with shipping included. This is for the non-foil Robin Hood. And I'm seeing a lot of Amber Steel lists not even play this Robin Hood anymore. Cold foils are still basically the same price. It's actually wild. Why would you pay $42 for a Robin Hood and then not buy this $43.59 one? So Medflight Emporium, shout out you guys for having this extremely cheap Robin Hood cold foil. Venom Corner Store also has it for $43 with $2 shipping. After that, Selectronics $46. So it's like $4 more for the cold foil. That's wild. Rapunzel's still pretty expensive. They're like $50, and you're gonna have to pay that $50 price mark. Ronin TCG $48.24 with $4. Oh, sorry, with shipping included. They have 4 of them for you, so you can get a deal from Ronin TCG. That's not bad at all. But after that, we have Wild Thing Games for $47 with $1.50. Then the Daily Grind is $51 already. Are we going to start seeing Rapunzel hit more than $50 as a price point for the non-foil? The cold foils have just been shooting up. $70, $75 by Norwest Cards. Lowest verified is what you're going to have to pay for your cold foil Rapunzels. Then you might play Rapunzel in Amber Steel or even in the Amber Emerald green deck, right? Now I want to go over some cards that have been going down in price a little bit. Beast Tragic Hero is not really in that $50 price range anymore. There's a lot of listings is what I'm seeing, and a lot of them are selling for $40 with 98 cents. So basically $41. The Daily Grind TCG, they have 4 of them ready for you right there, and it stays at $41 all the way to the bottom of the page, almost $42 for your Beast Tragic Heroes. But I would say like $40. Ursula Deceivers are still less than $20, which I think is pretty crazy. $17.99 by the Daily Grind TCG, $18 by Becca Castle TCG, and it doesn't look like they're going to be moving anytime soon. Prince Naveen's came tumbling down. These were like $40, and they've just been going lower and lower. Lowest verified is Izzy Comics for $26 and $1 shipping. Before that, though, we have some non-verified sellers like Vicious Duck for $25, and they kind of stick around this $26, $27 mark for your Prince Naveen's. And if you're, trying to play set 5 stuff, maybe consider picking that up right now. That's the lowest that I've seen it in a minute. But I'm seeing a lot of, again, players not play this card in Amber Steel, but maybe you do play it in Amber Emerald, right? Cold foils for this card are $38 with $1.50 shipping, basically $40, which is kind of rough because if you paid $40 for the non-foil price, now that's basically the cold foil price, right? So, I always say get cold foils instead, just makes more sense to me. Merlin Intellectual Visionary, These are still okay. I thought these were coming down, but these are actually still like $10-ish. Casual Pokemon 964 with the shipping included, so not bad. Mufasa, Ruler of Pride Rock. These are no longer selling for like $30. These are still in that $25 range. BK Collectors 23.50 with the $1.22 shipping, and Becca Castle has them for $25 basically. So not too bad. I like that this set has good legendaries. Like we have Clarabelle, we have Mufasa, we got Naveen. They're all more than like $25, right? So not bad. Cold foils for this card are not that expensive in my opinion. $30, basically. Masterful Gaming with $2 shipping. Crimson Guild has them for 32 with shipping included. So shout out you guys. Not bad at all. Only about $5-6 more for your Mufasa Pride Rock. So those are some cards that I think are kind of coming down in price, kind of cheap. I do want to talk about the Stitch Rockstar Championship promo real quick because all the ones that were listed at like $300 sold already, and we have a recent sale of $350 for a light plate. So now the lowest near mints are at $350 again, so they kind of did go up just a little bit. They're not like $500-600 like they were in that first month when they came out, but at least they're not less than $300 anymore, right? And since we're talking about promos, check this out. The Ursula Deceiver promo from the D23 set has been going up in price, actually. So this is now, it's been the most expensive promo from that D23 collection. But now it's like a pretty significant difference. We have a recent sale for $60. All the ones that were less than $60 have already sold. A couple of non-verified sellers have them for $65 now, and Green Times is the lowest verified for $65.98. After that, it goes to $75, then $125. So, I mean, these are getting expensive. I think if you have these and you want to list them, it's not a bad idea. Obviously, like there's value in keeping the collection sealed. The collection is actually selling for more than $200 now, confidently. All these right here selling for $219, $219, $205, $210, $210, right? Lowest verified is now going to be by Cracked Packs, $205 with $10 shipping. They have only 2 of them for you, though, and after that, a lot of miscellany has them for basically $220. So now you can value these at like $220, right? We still have tons of pops with this big old wall of 21 right here. They actually updated their price. They had them at like 200 and now they're 220. So even this person has been raising their price on these, and there's a lot of popularity on this, man. So what do you guys think? Will this Ursula hit $100 eventually? It's getting very close, almost 70, right? And since we're still talking about promos, the DLC just happened in Toronto. Once again, shout out Diego Saz. Shout out everybody who went and played. I'm sure you guys, I hope you guys had an awesome time. I'm sure you guys tried your best. I couldn't go, but I will be going to DLC Vegas to try and win all these wonderful promos. Check this out. We have a PSA 10 Let It Go selling for $1,500, which is nice. So maybe you might want to get those graded if you win those. And then we have a raw Cinderella foil selling for $1,200, which is pretty nice, right? So if you end up in top 64/top 32, you get this prize card and you walk away with, a little 4-digit prize card. That's not bad at all. And just for attending, we have the Dragonfire promo selling for $46, almost $50 still. This is what you get for just attending the event. It's selling in auction, So not bad, not bad. There's a lot of good and a lot of good movement in the pricing for the DLCs. That's always nice to see. In August, we saw some sales for the Cinderella mat, still selling for almost $500, which is a mat that you get on the side events. So even if you're not playing the main event, you can get the side event. So, once again, a huge shout out, Diego Saz. Shout out to everybody who plays Lorcana at the DLCs. If you haven't gone to one, I really recommend you guys go. Check out that golden Mickey he's holding, man. I can't wait to see if he grades it, what it gets graded. And stay tuned to Lorcana Goons so you can see an exclusive interview with Diego Saz that we're going to have this week, hopefully dropping tomorrow, if not Wednesday, after the next Quest with a Guest episode. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned to Lorcana Goons, and we'll see you goons next time.